Hey, what's up? I'm Justin. Welcome to 65 Drums. If you want to keep on top of all things eDrum related, hit that subscribe and bell icon so you don't miss any of the new videos. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I was on Amazon taking a look at, different drum stuff. You can find a lot of very random, weird $20 and under drum accessories. And of course, I stumbled across this right here. I saw a picture of a drumstick with a little rubber tip on the tip of it. And that didn't sound very smart. But anyway, when I saw this, I immediately thought to myself, hey, what if I bought these? They're like 12 bucks, seems like way too much money for what they are. It's just little pieces of rubber. But I thought, what if I bought these, put them on my drumsticks, and see if they would lower the overall volume of my electronic drums? I wonder if that would work. Just seeing this is just kind of intriguing. When you're going around Amazon, there's always going to be a ton of little things like this for 15 bucks. Really gimmicky, and you wonder if it's actually worth your money. Every once in a while, one of them tempts you and you eventually press buy with free shipping. And by a glorious coincidence, a few weeks before I bought that, I also bought one of these from Amazon. They have found a way inside of my psyche, and I keep buying random stuff from them. But I bought one of these to measure volume. You can point this at whatever you want, and it will tell you exactly how many decibels of noise that is producing. You see these everywhere. You see them on like tech YouTube channels when they're trying to measure the volume of, fans that are inside of laptops and stuff. So I thought I'd buy this so I could measure how loud different pieces of electronic gear are. So I can measure the difference between a mesh pad and a rubber pad. That's a separate video. Today is all about these guys to see how well they work and whether or not they're worth your 12 or 15 bucks. I don't even remember exactly how much I paid for these. And I haven't even opened them, and I have no idea if they work or not. So you're about to find out with me on screen. So, oh no, the unboxing. Eventually you're gonna lose these. It's just going to happen. So they give you 4 of these, and I've got a bunch of different drumsticks here. This is what they look like. It's already falling all over the ground. So that's what these look like. It seems to be like this silicone feeling, just a regular rubber feel. And this is a pretty large tip on this stick. And there you go. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out if the balance of the sticks are about the same. So you can feel there is a little bit of weight on the end of this thing, but it's not like dramatic or anything. And apparently this is supposed to turn any surface you play on into a practice pad. So it's taking one of these and it's just wrapping it around the tip of a drumstick. That's the whole idea. I'm guessing the lighter the stick, the more off balance it's gonna feel. Like if you try this on a 7A drumstick, you're gonna feel a little more than on a more traditional beefy stick like this one right here, because this is like a 5A type of a stick. All right, so I'm gonna throw this on these drumsticks and run around the house and play this on random things, and then we're gonna test it on an electronic drum set and see what the volume differences are. So after extensive testing, I have found out that, in fact, these do work universally on like anything. Now, what I've learned about these is that they don't necessarily make the surface silent. Basically, they just cut out a bunch of high frequencies. This is basically absorbing the impact of your drumstick, but there's still volume there. It's funny because you can turn like a solid wood surface or a countertop into a practice pad. Now, it doesn't have the exact same feel as this right here, but it's pretty darn close. I was taking a look at the Amazon listing again because I forgot what the price was. And right now they're selling on Amazon for about $9.61. And there's even a competitor version to this from Tama. It's called the Silent Tip TCP20s. Why do companies have to put numbers and letters, whatever? These are pretty nice. So even if they don't work with electronic drums, if they don't work to lower the volume, they'll still be a nice practice tool. And these are a heck of a lot smaller to pack in your bag than a practice pad. So these are actually pretty sweet. I don't know if I'll be using them all the time, but it's not a bad idea at all. It's not a gimmick like I thought it was. But if we're being realistic about it, of course, practice pads are still twice as good as these things. But there are certain cases like practicing on a bar stool, really weird. That was actually a really good practice surface with these things. And they generate a similar amount of bounce to, a regular rubber practice pad. So the next thing we got to test with this is how well it works with electronic drums. Does it lower the volume? I'm going to test that right now. When I'm playing around on random crap around the house, crates and stuff, these things stay on the sticks very well. The moment I try to use this on an electronic drum set, at least with these Pro Mark sticks right here, they're flying off. In fact, I've only got 3 now. The other one, I have no idea where it is. I hope I didn't lose it. So maybe it's just because the tip size on this thing is too large. So maybe I just got to use it with these Vic Firth sticks, and maybe that is the secret to success. All right, so now I'm down to 2. The other 2 are lying around on the ground here somewhere.
Eventually you're gonna lose these. It's just going to happen.
So obviously there's something with mesh heads that just rips these right off. Maybe it's like there's friction happening. So when I'm hitting this at an angle on the mesh head, maybe that's just, it's just grabbing onto this and it's flinging it off. It's hit the ceiling twice so far. But I still want to do the sound test. I still want to see if this thing is actually quieter when you're playing with these. I've noticed that there's a tone difference when I'm hitting the cymbals. It seems a little bit lower pitched, which I'm going to try to show you in a second. I don't know if that lower pitch is actually a noise reduction or just the fact that it's turning it to a lower pitch. I don't know, but we'll find out. So in summary, what I've learned today is that I just wasted $10 on Amazon. Now I will say these are kind of cool to practice along with because you can literally practice on anything. I just practice on my laptop. This will not replace a practice pad. Who knew that wrapping a practice pad around the tip of your drumsticks actually wouldn't solve all the world's problems? And unfortunately, it didn't help with the electronic drums either because they just flew right off. These hit the ceiling like 10 times. I don't know if you noticed in the video. So I may have wasted 10 bucks, but you got a hard-hitting analysis of whether or not rubber practice tips lower volume on electronic drums. Because that's what I do at midnight around this place. Now, if for some reason this video has got you dying to go buy a whole bag of these, I'll link them down in the description below, along with the competitor version from Tama, which I don't know if those are any good or not, but they exist, so I'll link to them down in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed this very weird random video. Hope you're having an amazing day. See you in a few.